Welcome to the Panic Button, everyone. I'm Jessie.
And I am Nina, a.k.a. Indoor Shades.
Didn't we do this already? I'm Doodlebug. I have, some kind of distractiveness that helps me take focus when I do stuff. So I do stuff, sorry.
And my eyes are sensitive to light. Anyway.
No, you're not.
Yeah, they are, actually.
Not. I mean, that's not why you started wearing them, though.
Well, there's many reasons why. This is one of them. Anyway, we're going to react to Shoe on Head's YouTube video called Men on Reddit Are Not Okay.
And I can't see without these glasses.
There you go.
That's not a lie. Men on Reddit aren't okay. Have you been on Reddit? Do you ever go on Reddit?
I used to, but now I just stay away.
When's the last time you were on Reddit?
Last time I was on Reddit. What the fuck?
The fuck the what?
I can't adjust the audio for some reason. Last time I was on Reddit, 6 months ago, maybe?
But, regularly using it?
No, I would never.
I use Reddit when I'm looking for an answer to something, because that's usually a good place to find other people's answers to it.
Yeah.
I also would browse Reddit occasionally just to find history stuff or other stuff. However, there's a very dark side of Reddit, the NSFW side, and even if it's not NSFW, it's still gross. There's some creepy men who don't get off the internet, and they know Reddit will let them lurk, in my opinion.
Yes.
Hello again, friends, and
Oi.
Oi?
Yeah, what's going on here?
I don't know, I can't tell.
Hold on, the audio's being goofy. Let's try this.
happy Halloween. This Halloween, I've decided to dress up as the scariest possible thing to my audience. A woman. As the OG YouTube pick-me, I have made many videos dunking on bad female behavior, ranging from terrible things like the creepy female teacher epidemic, to more silly things like women posting their L's in my Are Women Okay video. The video where I read embarrassing stories women willingly put on the internet about themselves. And that video has sort of become a fan favorite. So I've gotten many requests from you guys to do a male version of that video. But the issue I found is the male version just doesn't exist. No, I'm not joking. I looked everywhere for the male equivalent, but it turns out, unlike women, men don't like to post embarrassing stories about themselves. Women will be out here openly talking about the time they got a yeast infection from the homeless man behind a Denny's, but a man won't even post about the time he said "you too" when a waitress said "enjoy your food." They take that to the grave. At least, that's what I thought. Until I visited a dark, forbidden corner of the internet. I used a VPN, I changed my IP address, I went incognito mode, and I visited Reddit.com. And I found one of the funniest and most depressing communities I have ever come across in all my years doing this. It's true, folks. I may have found the one place on the internet where men are posting their L's. Lord knows it's hard to be a man today, you know? I couldn't imagine. You're told to be nice, but not too nice, confident, but not too confident, 6 foot, 6 pack, 6 figures, have a perfect beard or a perfectly clean-shaven face. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Before we dive into this video, let's
Add. Skip.
It's true, though. Men don't really, get the same attention women do. When women make a mistake or tell an embarrassing story, women always say to them, "Honey, it's okay." Men will get roasted by their friends. They'll be destroyed by their friends. Do you think they're going online and posting them? I definitely know what you're talking about. You'll see a woman on TikTok being like, "I can't believe that this just happened. Am I in the wrong?" Whereas men won't talk about it. But I think men are just as dumb. They just don't talk about it as much. What do you think?
About what?
Do you think men post their L's online? Or are they too embarrassed to post it?
I don't really see it as often as I do women. I think they just post it on a different platform, but not a majority of them like I think women do. But women are more emotional. Men aren't as emotional as women are.
I also think that it's perceived differently. When a woman makes a mistake, society is like, "Oh, sweetie, it's okay." When a man makes a mistake, his friends are going to roast him.
If he has friends.
But men around him will roast him to begin with. They're not going to stop, even if they're not friends.
Yeah.
Are men okay? No. No, they are not. We have gone over this many times in more serious videos. Modern men are going through a lot, and for a long time, there was nowhere for them to vent. Can't vent to your friends because that's gay. Can't vent to your girlfriend because that's gay. Can't vent to a therapist because that's gay. Everything is gay, except of course gay sex, which we all know is only gay if the balls touch. So what is a man to do? Where is a man to go? Reddit, of course. r/kitchen cells. To be exact. Kitchen Cells is a Reddit page where, quote, incels go to vent their frustrations with the world, as well as show off the food they are consuming at the moment. Now, for those of you who don't know what an incel is a involuntary celibate. Somebody who, for whatever reason, cannot get laid or get a girlfriend. And for the people watching this, a girlfriend is a girl that is your friend, who you love. Like that little anime girl you watch in the corner of your screen, except she loves you back. So, let's dive into this. Let's see what Reddit is cooking. Failed my f***ing driver's test today. I'm 26 years old, I can't hold a job, I can't get laid, I can't even drive. I don't deserve flavors. I dropped my salad. I fail at everything I do. I'll never amount to anything. I'm a perverted incel freak with weirdly long toes. Classmates said I have school shooter vibes. Bowl of sludge. What am I looking at? Is this your classmate? Holy shit, maybe they were right. Resident Evil-ass meal. I asked my high school biology teacher out on a date the day I turned 18 via her Steam account. She blocked me. This guy somehow managed to find the one female teacher that did not want to groom their male student. Incredible. Chicken looks good though. 7 out of 10. Asked a girl out and she started laughing. Oh, that's just a learning experience, dude. Got super hard. Rice. Oh. 5'10", rice looks good. The only girlfriend I've had was on an online game when I was 11. I'm gonna hold your hand when I tell you this. That was a man. That was a 45-year-old man. Made this cake to celebrate 6 months on heroin. No woman could...
You know, sometimes I think that, like, men secretly know that and they just don't care because they're so desperate. You know what I mean?
I think...
Like, at least someone's talking to you at that point.
I think when you're really young, right?
Yeah.
When you're really young, like 14, 15 years old... That's when it's like, oh, honey.
You didn't know?
Yeah, because they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
They definitely, like, they're 14, 15. I'd say even some naive 16-year-olds, you know?
I was talking about the adult men.
No, I mean, that's the only age where it's like, oh, you really think that's a girl online.
Yeah.
Now, there are
better.
very, very rare cases where you will find a girl online gaming, but very rarely will she want to be your girlfriend. I think it was Asmongold who said this. And I know that you don't always agree with what he says, but this was a really good point. Why do you think, if it is a girl, why do you think she's online gaming looking for a boyfriend? If she's attractive and she makes you laugh, and why is she online looking for a boyfriend?
When she could just walk down the street and find anyone.
Because she's probably crazy and weird.
Crazy. No, she's probably crazy. Weird's okay.
No,
Crazy is
there's
different.
certain weird that's not okay. There's some weird...
Like what?
Like that weirdo I told you about that I saw in the bar and had to leave.
There's a difference between weird and predatory.
Still think there are some weirdos who are also predatory. I'm not saying they're mutually exclusive.
I'm talking about, like, weird, like, she only wears sandals even in the snow. Kind of weird.
That's
just weird. Okay?
I'm just saying.
Predatory is a different level.
Just
which
saying.
is why we name it predatory.
You don't know what you're getting into with these people
weird.
online. There's a reason that nobody in her immediate area wants to be with her. Is my point. Regardless of whatever label you want to put on it, there's a reason. Women don't have that hard of a time finding someone who wants to stick it in.
No, it's very, very simple.
So
Easy.
she's either a problem or she's crazy.
Yeah, that's true. That's why when
So even if she is
commented
real
on our video and said, like, it was retarded. They said that the only reason we're gay is because we couldn't find a guy or something.
Or that no guys would want to be with us. That's why we can only find love in other women.
Yeah, that was just sad.
I don't really care too much. It's
sad.
It sounded like projection, in my opinion, because I'm sorry, I don't need to try to be with a man. I had enough try to be with me. Like you probably did too.
could love a creature like me, but this feels great anyways. I only haven't ended my life because I don't want to make any women happy. My obsession with an anime girl prevents me from talking to 3D women. Every night before going to sleep, I watch a video of her kissing the camera, and it is almost always the highlight of my day. May I know which one it is? Sue from Monster Musume. You know what? After the last video I did, I can't even judge this. Like, at least it's human looking. The bar is in hell. I have a huge crush on a coworker. I was talking at her about fishing, and I jokingly said I could buy her one of those toy Barbie fishing rods and teach her how to catch a fish. She said, I don't think I'd be interested in that, in the most disgusted tone of voice I've ever heard a human.
I was talking at her. That should have clued you in.
I think it was the talking at her, but also it's just, it doesn't make sense. And also, I would not be interested in that. She can have whatever tone she wants. She still was nice about it.
Yeah, most women won't be nice. And here's the thing.
No, most women will be nice. You're wrong. Most women will be nice. Some of them will scoff at you depending on how gross you are. But that's a pretty decent response, man.
If they're unattracted to you, they'll be mean. They'll be brutal.
Some can be really mean.
Yeah, but don't talk at women. It's very easy to see the signs that she's not interested in listening to you talk.
The fact that you know you were talking at her and not to her.
Yeah, just don't.
So you know that she wasn't listening.
Yeah, because that also gives off like creeper vibes. And that's the last thing you want in your workplace, because women talk. And the next thing you know, you're getting like allegations against you.
I don't think
that
this
you
guy will
didn't even
get-
know about. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. That will definitely happen.
Over talking about fishing, no. But
If
other
a guy
things.
is talking at you and he won't stop talking at you and you're giving him all these like subtle girl signs that you don't want to listen, you want him to just go away, she's going to take that and she's going to go to all the other girl coworkers and be like, avoid him like the freaking plague. He's a weirdo.
I agree. He probably is a weirdo.
Probably.
Human muster. I like how he said talking at her. Not with her, not talking with her, talking at her. Women love when you talk at them. Just corner them and start yapping about World War I or like Warhammer lore. They
Fishing.
love that shit. Just
Yeah,
get
what
right
he
up in
was
their
doing was
face
fishing.
and explain to them the entire plot of Lord of the Rings. That's how you get him. My mom's new boyfriend is younger than me. Oh no, his mom is being hag-maxed. She's 52, I'm 23, he's 21. He could literally be my brother. What the f do they even talk about? Oh, don't worry about it, bro. They're not doing much talking. I wish a tomboy could just casually kidnap me and drag me into a room. Pasta cereal. I feel like tomboys are like an endangered species. What the f is that? Forget tomboys. You need to be kidnapped by the feds. You need to be-
Tomboys are endangered species. They used to be called lesbians and now apparently they're all trans men.
The thing is that, and men still fetishize lesbians of any type, even if they're not lesbians, to get sorry, you want a tomboy, so a woman who's probably a lesbian, to kidnap you. Maybe that's why you're having a hard time dating, bud. You're looking in the wrong places.
All the wrong places.
There's a lot of women who will like destroy you. They're ugly usually, but and even if they're not, there's still women who will destroy you. You don't have to. You don't have to chase lesbians.
be exiled away from society for what you did to that pasta. My ancestors are weeping. The last time I met anyone was when I went to the psych ward a few years ago, where I got a crush on the first girl who ever showed me any interest. She ghosted me. Just my stupid chungus life. Okay, honestly, good. Do not get with the f***ing girl you met at the psych ward, okay? None of this Harley Quinn Joker bullshit. You
You know, it's better to be single than to be that desperate. Because when it comes down to it, if you're single, you only have to deal with yourself. But if you're that desperate, you end up with some crazy lunatic lady who's
Did you hear the setup?
sleeping with some dude in your bed while you're at work.
Did you hear the setup? They met in a psych ward,
Oh, I heard that part.
and he's over here like, it's the only woman I've ever been interested in.
Maybe because she's psycho.
Maybe because, have you ever been in a psych ward? Because they put you alone in a room with nothing else to do besides talk to the crazy people there.
Yeah. Not good.
Just saying.
can't fix her. She can't fix you. No. Next.
can't fix
Today I found
herself.
out the woman I have been pursuing is a lesbian. Burger meat hot dogs for me and my father, who hates me. Okay, 1, that is doo-doo. That is poop from a butt. And 2, it is not over. It's not over. There's still one way you can date her. Put this on. I don't deserve love. Say
Thank you. That's exactly our point.
That's the joke.
Constantly. Listen, if you want a lesbian, just pretend you're a woman. Actually, you don't even need to pretend.
Just
Just say
you
you're
are.
a woman.
It works these days, apparently.
Yeah. But only for the woke ones.
It'll trick one or two of them into sleeping with you.
It's true. That's how they get away with it.
That's how they sleep with lesbians. They trick one or two, and then that lesbian realizes that she never wanted to begin with.
Oh, yeah, it's really easy. You just
then
gotta
you
make
turn-
sure she's woke lesbian.
And then you turn even more lesbians who were on your side now against you because they realize, oh, wait, it's not the same.
Yeah. The woke lesbians will fall for the I am a woman because they have to, or else they get shamed by their own group of people. You didn't date Bruce Anna? Why? He's a woman. Trans women are women. But he was just Bruce yesterday. Now he wears a
he's
wig.
always been Bruce Anna.
But that's not what the friends would say. Remember, they all say, the woke friends, trans women are women. If you're a lesbian,
And
you
he's
have to date
always
them.
been Bruce Anna because he identifies as Bruce Anna, and we have to respect that.
Yes.
That's what they'd say.
Because sexuality doesn't exist and we're just giant homophobes.
Sexuality is a choice.
Apparently.
Aggregated Tic Tacs. I have an eating disorder, gay, so I almost never actually cook. I'm eating plain strawberry yogurt out of a dog bowl this morning. F my lonely puppy life. Yesterday, my scrambled eggs were oversalted. This morning, they were undersalted. I have to kill myself. Wait, if the eggs are undersalted, can't you just put more salt on them? Wait, don't kill yourself. Just add more salt. Off to a VTuber burping compilation, and now I'm having the only meal I know how to make. Where the f did it all go wrong? That is disgusting, bro. Which VTuber? Which one? Which one so I know to avoid that channel? A female coworker complimented me on my shirt, and I began to stutter trying to say thanks. This guy will remember that for the rest of his f***ing life.
Sometimes I'm thinking, not sometimes I'm thinking, sorry. Sometimes I think that these female VTubers, some of them are men,
Definitely.
and some of them are just really ugly chicks.
Almost
Either way,
definitely.
it's probably not any you want. Or maybe you do.
I
Maybe
think
you like guys who pretend to be cartoon women.
I think a lot of these people are just so lonely that any bit of companionship is enough for them.
But the desperation leads to getting someone absolutely nuts or predatory, take advantage of you, your money, your place, your friends, your kindness, your desperation.
Do you think these people are
prey on
kind
it.
people?
Who, these guys?
Yeah.
I'm just assuming that they're middle of the road.
They spend their lives posting. Every single guy in here is so
I'm giving the benefit of the doubt,
is so
honestly.
desperate that they spend their time posting pictures of their meals and complaining about how they can't get women.
Yeah.
Do you think any of them are actually good boyfriend material?
No.
So I think that this is perfect for them to have a community where they can bitch and moan and leave us alone.
But they're
Regular
not
people-
leaving anyone alone. They're meeting them in psych wards. They're talking at them at work. They're trying to date lesbians.
They're not succeeding.
That's true. You know what? It's not looking inward. It's not seeing their problems and trying to fix them. It's finding these little niche problems and thinking that is the big problem.
Right, like, I stuttered when a girl complimented my shirt. Guess what? If you were a good person, if you were funny, if you were casual, if you were laid back at all, you could probably brush it off, but you're not.
Just don't smell. Don't be weird and clingy. Don't talk at them. And
Don't become so obsessed with a woman that her literally breathing makes you anxious.
yeah, and don't have some weird kink because that never works either.
You can have weird interests like that.
What, eating her toe cheese? That's usually what you find on Reddit with these guys, right?
You can have
Weird.
You can have
beyond weird.
You can have unconventional interests and still manage to find someone. You just may not find someone with those same interests. So maybe keep them for the back burner.
Also, being funny and being charismatic goes a long way. Not overconfident, not cocky, but comfortable in yourself, which I'm assuming is what all these guys are lacking. Every single one. The end.
Men will be 85 years old on their deathbed, surrounded by their family, remembering the time some random woman complimented his Metallica shirt 45 years ago. Ladies, you want to make a random man's life? Compliment his shirt. Just make sure it's not one of those like Ahiago anime shirts, though. That was a weird era. I like this canned tuna to imagine what it feels like to eat pussy. It doesn't taste like that or have that texture, though. Put 5 pennies in your mouth, cut a hot dog down the middle, and then lick that. Probably closer. And here I am.
What the hell are you eating?
I don't vagina tastes like 5 pennies in a hot dog.
I think she might have some sort of yeast infection or something not going right down there. If that's what you should probably go to a doctor. You might have
If it tastes like pennies, then wouldn't she be on the rag?
And if she's not, then she's got something else going down there.
And she's keeping her change too close to her purse, dude. I don't know. Like,
maybe her vagina is her coin purse.
I mean, that's what they
And her food storage safe.
where she keeps the hot dogs. It's just such an odd, I don't know. As a lesbian, I've never gotten those tastes off of it.
No. And you shouldn't.
End of story.
And you shouldn't. Anyone telling you that that's the way it tastes, they were...
Not to be crude or rude, but I've dabbled enough to know what is normal and is unnormal. Mm-hmm. And that's not normal nor the standard.
No, it's not. That's what happens when she's got some sort of bacterial infection or yeast. You should probably get checked out if those are the signs.
If you taste like 5 pennies in a hot dog, see your doctor.
See your doctor. And if you think vagina tastes like that, you should also see a doctor.
And maybe
you might
just
have
get
caught
put
something.
down.
I'm thinking the guy who licks a can of tuna pretending it was a pussy was rock bottom. What the f*** am I reading? Why can't you just buy a Fleshlight or something like a normal person? The smell and the flavor are important factors here. Stop. If it smells and tastes like tuna, something is wrong. She has an infection. Suppose a girl has blocked you on every platform, but you know her address. For the past year, you've been sending her one GIF each month, each one bigger than the last. Sometimes you include a note. She's never responded, but you know she's receiving them. How would you proceed? You don't.
Move.
You don't proceed. None of these people at this party know I beat it to giantess before.
Sorry, what?
If you're feeling that way, you need to move to a different state and never send her another gift again. Because you clearly are too obsessed and you need to restart button down life.
If you're that obsessed over a woman, you need to seek therapy. Seek some serious help.
Do everyone a favor and move out of that state, though. Because she needs space and you probably need space, too.
Yeah. A wide berth.
Animations. Maybe. But now the whole internet does. I love the people in the comments like, my man. It is just actually insane. Like, these people walk amongst us. Like, the guy in front of you in line at the bank might have a being eaten alive fetish. Who knows? An acquaintance I have is talking with his girlfriend and 4 of her friends 40 feet away from me. He said, statistically, one of the 10 guys in this room is a racist. They all looked at me. Funfetti pizza. I was talking to a girl who thought I was Latino.
Not wrong. It ain't wrong. if you look up stats on like our wordists, PDF files,
Essays.
people who have murdered and gotten away with it, you would be surprised how many people could be in that room with you if there's enough people.
It's probably more than you think.
Like if there's 1,000 people in that room, chances are like 5 of those people have committed murder and gotten away with it. Look up the stats. It's freaking crazy.
Like 50% of murders don't get solved.
50%.
Like half of murders do get solved.
That's crazy. And you're probably dating one of them.
Am I?
We don't know. No, not you. Them.
We don't know.
When I told her I'm Indian, she almost gagged. Woke up this Sunday morning. I'm still 5'9". Okay, 5'9" is not f***ing short. What the hell have the dating apps done to men? Women on dating apps have just, like, destroyed the male psyche. Like, dudes now believe if you're not 6'3", it's f***ing over. Didn't they just implement, like, a height filter on, like, Bumble or one of those apps or something? That is insane. Could you imagine?
Yes. We can't say that we only want vagina, but we can say that we want it to be 6'2".
Imagine they did a weight filter. Could you imagine no women under 170 pounds? Could you fucking imagine? They would never. Paid for nudes for the first time. They weren't great nudes, but I kept paying because she talked to me. Spinning Glizzy. She talked to you, huh? Are you sure about that? Are you sure you were talking to Cutie Pie Kitten 69 and not f***ing Kamal from Pakistan? Because apparently that's the thing. Apparently OnlyFans girls hire agencies in like India and Pakistan to like talk to their simps for them. I masturbate to girls until I am tired of them, so I won't have to approach them and then get rejected. Is this why the birth rate is so low? See, I was under the impression it was because the economy and because gender relations are so terrible in this country and like women want a career and they're on birth control, blah, 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 but I don't know. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe there's just millions of this guy. Or maybe this is just Reddit. I can only get off to femboy hentai now. Corn on the cob, no salt, no butter, no nothing. This is the closest I can get to the feeling of eating out a girl's vagina. Oh, that's not... You know what? Maybe it is. I don't know. My cat was sitting...
No. No. Coming from two lesbians, no. There are no kernels in there. You're not going bobbing for corn kernels.
Imagine being so lonely that you think eating corn is like eating puss.
I'm disturbed.
I'm just leaving that there. You take that wherever you want to.
Sitting on my lap, and I had to make him move because I started to get hard when I saw a gif of Candace Owens. I was watching a not safe for work video with that one French girl and coomed just when the camera randomly zoomed in 4K HD on a guy's face, so I did a load to a guy. Felt a little bit cucked and gay and cried.
If you're watching straight porn, you are finishing to a guy. I just want to point that out. Because the guy is in the room. And you're watching his penis, so.
I think if you feel that bad, you should probably just watch lesbian porn.
That would be more straight.
I don't care. Do whatever you want to do. Watch whatever you want to watch, right? As long as it's legal and safe. What do I care? However, if you're watching videos like that, you gotta expect to see the dude naked. Like, what?
I mean, aren't you looking at him naked?
Even unintentionally. He's there, right?
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of gay. Just being honest.
I'd imagine the perspective is, no, I don't know, but like the perspective is, well, I'm the guy in the scenario.
But you're still looking at his penis. So
Am I still looking at
you're
his
kind of
penis?
half gay, so yeah.
Cried a little bit. You could have looked away. But you didn't. Did you? My body is permanently deformed and crippled by decades of compulsive, joyless masturbation. Everyone who sees me can tell instantly. Saw a female's body in the cheese and had to jerk off before finishing the plate. Microwaved cheese lasagna. Okay, so I'm just gonna pretend I didn't read the first part. What the f*** is that? That is not lasagna. That is an abomination. Jerked off to a VTuber crying compilation and the hardest I've ever in my life. I used to be a track star in high school and both my parents always loved me. How did I fall so far? It's actually so crazy how like, you can do everything right as a parent. You can just be like a great, responsible parent and raise your kid right. And then one day on your son's like 13th birthday, you gift him his own computer. And then in a few years, he's masturbating to anime girls crying and posting about it on Reddit. Tofu broke apart just like my life. Yesterday, for the first time in my life, I looked for and watched cuck porn on purpose, then cried. I have a micropenis. All porn is cuck porn. You're sitting in a chair watching two people f***. You might as well be sitting in a chair in the corner of a hotel room watching two people f*** on a bed. What's the difference? Porn is basically virtual cucking. Tried to jack off to the...
I mean, you couldn't be more right if you tried. This is just, yes.
I don't
Yes.
have, and the thing is, I don't have a problem with it. I don't think it makes you gay. I do think it makes you someone who watches porn and you're basically cucking off in the corner.
And you're kind of a little gay.
I mean, I don't think it makes, like, the thing is, would they have sex with that man? That's where...
You're watching him have sex. You're looking at his genitalia going in and out of another woman. So you're kind of a cuck and you're kind of half gay. Yeah.
Or you're just so lonely that you're just looking at anyone doing it and going, I wish, right?
That is also possible, but
So,
I think it's
like-
a very small percentage of guys.
I think, now I don't know, I'm just giving an opinion. I think that if you see the guy and you go, but you like are looking at the girl, then obviously you're not gay, right? You just like the porn for the visual.
Why
and the
don't you just
stimulation.
watch the woman without the guy in it? That's what I don't get.
I guess because you want to see a little more. I don't know.
Or why can't you see it like from the man's point of
This is
view? I
why-
mean, you're still kind of
this is-
looking at his penis,
this is
but
why
I mean, at
lesb-
least you're not looking at the whole man in there.
This is why men continue to sexualize lesbians, because they think that if they even look at a man naked, it's gay.
If you're turned on by looking at a man, yeah, you're definitely gay. Or at
Yeah,
least
but
half.
I'm saying this is why they sexualize lesbians so hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
today, but all the was so bad I just turned my phone off and cried myself to sleep. Okay, the reason why you think the is boring is because you are so completely desensitized from seeing it all the time. Like 40 years ago, dudes were drinking it to like the Sears catalog underwear ads. And now the most insane, depraved you could ever fucking imagine is only like a few clicks away. Like, I just don't think humans were meant to live that way. Like, I don't think humans were meant to see sissy hypno inflation compilations every second of the day, you know? Whenever I masturbate, I leave my cum sitting in my underwear. We can smell it, by the way. We can smell the cum. Women especially can tell if you have recently masturbated. You ladies know what I'm talking about. Like, you go up to a guy and, like, you can just tell. Like, you can smell it. If you're a guy...
No! What?
No! No! No!
Remember that person I told you I smelled? Was that the smell? This is so scary. Remember, I was so offended when I smelled that person, and I was like, I don't know what that smell was.
Oh my god, maybe that's him. Oh my god.
This is so scary.
Okay, I don't know if this is a thing that straight women agree with, but the lesbians, no, we disagree.
I need
no,
to know
we
in
don't
the
know.
comments below.
We don't
was
know.
Was that the smell? No. Someone said it smelled like water damage. Is that what it smells like? Water damage.
Okay, let's continue.
They were clothed. The person just stood really close to me, and I literally threw up in my mouth, dude. It was disgusting.
And that was a trans woman.
I would barely call that anything to do with anything.
It's like a non-binary trans woman.
It's a man.
It's a man, yeah, in leggings.
Yeah, it's a man in disgusting.
And you're like, wait, is she joking? Is she being serious? Don't worry about it. Last night I jerked off and my goopy steamer of a load landed on my Xbox and fell into the ventilation of the console, and it turned me on so much I sprayed the console with 9 sprays of my mom's perfume and masturbated to the stench, and now it won't start. Breakfast to start the day. Why? Why? I've had this crush for 3 years, and I want to screenshot and print some of her photos on Instagram to pee on them, but I can't even afford a printer, so I just wrote her name on a piece of paper and drowned it in my piss. I'm just a stupid pee cell. Why? I hate how the one time she wants to pop a tea for the gram is when she's breastfeeding. Got me using AI just to remove her baby from the pic. Save the earth and post them teas uncensored. Plump and full of milk. This video is turning me into a f***ing misandrist. This video is turning me into a femcel. I can't do this anymore. I'm dyeing my hair blue, I'm getting a nose ring, I'm growing out my armpit.
Well, you don't have to worry about that, honey, because aren't you married? So you're good. You're good.
This is just scary.
This is getting worse. The stories are getting worse. She started us off light, and it's just progressively increasing in repulsiveness.
I'd rather see the rigatoni inside the milk again.
Yes.
Hair. The girl I like was wearing flip-flops and gym shorts at uni yesterday, sitting on the floor with her legs open. I went home and jerked off 6 times in a row thinking about her feet and her butt. Woke up today, went to pee, and noticed that a chunk of skin on the back of my dick is coming off. That's it! That's it! Men need to be born into prison and then earn their way out. There's probably something terribly wrong with my colon. I've been told to seek medical advice ASAP for several months, but it will probably figure itself out one way or another. Well, you should probably go to the doctor if you don't...
Or maybe just remove the hamster. Just remove it.
There's something in his butt.
Yeah, it's probably alive. Or it was.
Want something bad. I wish older women would pee on me. Oh. God, the men you have sent to protect us are on Reddit fantasizing about getting pissed on. Discovered cartoon pornography at the age of 8, and life sucks since then. My mom caught me dry humping my torn mattress to some AI porn and hasn't looked at me in the eyes since. I haven't even touched a girl intimately.
What the hell is in that bowl? Is that alligator? Is that fish?
Hold on, I haven't even touched a girl intimately yet, and I've lived half my life. I'm 39. At 8, you discovered PORN. I think that is the majority of your problem.
Hang on. My mom caught me doing dirty stuff to my mattress to some AI porn. You know what that means? That was in the last 5 years. She didn't catch him as a kid.
You can't say PORN.
Sorry. She didn't catch him watching this as a kid. She caught him watching this in the last 5 years. Because how long have you heard of AI doing those things?
Good point. Also, half your life, you're 40. You're pretty much 40. Men don't really live to 80 anymore. Maybe they never did. But men usually don't live that long.
hell
So
is in
you've
that
actually lived more than half your life.
The hell is in that bowl?
And you haven't touched a woman. You didn't think that maybe the 8-year-old exposure to that kind of content was part of your issue?
I think
You haven't sought help?
it's also, I was going to say, a lack of caring. You can sit there. You can sit there and find something. I was exposed to sexual content at a young age, but you know what? I didn't make it my whole life. I chose to do other things, and now I don't obsess over those types of things. Don't get me wrong. We all, especially if you're, I mean, I'm not 39. If you're close to my age, I'm 26, going to be 27 soon. And it was definitely pushed on us. We saw it all the time. We heard about it all the time. And you know what? You can either buy into it or you can buy out of it. If you're buying into it, yeah, you're going to be 39 and single and eating what? Alligator toes and eggs? Hard-boiled eggs and alligator toes. That's what I think that is. That's why. What do you think's in that bowl?
I don't know. Ginger and
What? That's hard-boiled eggs.
hard-boiled eggs?
And it looks like something with skin on it.
Oh, I don't know. It's eels? I'm not sure. I think with guys like this, there is a lack of acknowledgement of the you problem. He's obviously the problem, and he doesn't want to change it. As much as he wants a woman, he does not want to change it because he's comfortable in this weird lifestyle that he's living in.
Living with his mom.
Yeah, because if you really hated not having a woman, you would stop with the watching the content and living with your mom at 39 and do something to change it. But women can smell,
Ew.
literally
Ew.
and figuratively, they can smell the creep on you.
Apparently they can smell other stuff too that I didn't know about.
Yeah, they can sense a lot of creep when it comes to guys, a lot of the time, even if they pretend that they didn't. And I'm assuming that this guy is just, his whole aura is run away, ladies. I'm a walking red flag living in Creep Town, and I never want to leave, but I will complain about it on Reddit.
No matter how bad you think you're doing, there's a Redditor out there doing exponentially worse than you. If I can take only one thing, that's what I'm taking.
Yeah, and I've lived half my life. I'm 39. Okay, first of all, bro is fart maxing. Second of all, men, you really gotta stop the porn. You gotta stop it, or like just way less of it. It's not good for you. Listen, I used to be super pro porn a few years ago. Not anymore. It's gotten so bad, especially after COVID. I feel like it got so much worse. I feel like porn addiction just kind of exploded in the past few years.
I do agree with that, and I'm just going to say real quick that I think locking a bunch of people in their house, giving them money and nothing but internet access is half of what did it. They had no significant others. They're locked inside, and now all they have is a computer. I'm not surprised it happened. It's just they're taking the steps minus having the bots.
You've increased the depravity in human
They might as well
beings.
just have fembots or blow-up dolls.
Yeah, why need women when you have, PORN content? And
Just
I mean,
spelling it do anything different than saying it?
yeah, apparently it does.
Allegedly.
In women too, as we have previously discussed. Like, sure, everything is fine in moderation, blah, 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 but I feel like there's just, like, no moderation anymore. I feel like f***ing everyone is just a gooner. And it's making everybody depressed. We're just, like, a society running on, like, perpetual post-nut depression. Afraid to talk to women at work in case they allegation max. Just friendliness max and LARP as a normal-pilled creepiness minimizer. I asked a girl out at work and she reported me to HR. I think I'm gonna lose my job. See, this is sad. Like, back in the day, it was totally acceptable to flirt.
I was going to say, those don't seem terrible. Like, it doesn't sound like you did anything too wrong. You asked a girl out. Mm-hmm. I mean, unless you said something weird.
Maybe you smelled.
But you still, like, asking someone on a date, unless it's against company policy to date coworkers, is not inherently against any.
Yeah, people used to meet their significant others at work,
Or
college,
outings,
stuff
clubs.
like that. Yeah, people don't really go out anymore. A lot of guys don't go to college anymore.
I work in a retail setting, and I have the entire time you've known me.
Some work.
And I've been asked out by guys.
Others are stay-at-home sons.
And I don't mean that in like an arrogant way. I'm saying I've been asked out by guys. And anytime a guy has the gall, unless they're disgusting, anytime a guy has the gall to politely ask me for my number or on a date, I politely decline. I say thanks, but I'm spoken for. I'm with someone. You know, good luck out there. Whatever. I don't sit there and make them feel like crap about it. I'm not gonna sit there and like tattletale to anyone who'll listen. It's someone taking their shot. And there's a lot of women out there who are complaining about never getting asked out, you know? To sit there and degrade a man because he had the courage to ask you out, because he thought so highly of you that he wanted to spend his time with you further. It's so mean.
Women have a lot of issues. They have their own set of weird issues.
I'm just, as a lesbian, like maybe if the guy is like, because I said I work in retail, if it's a regular, I'll be like, no, I'm gay, you know, depending on how the read of the situation is. Or I'll just say, like I said, I'm spoken for. Sorry, bud, you know.
Well,
like,
what if he walks in and he's wearing a wig and he says he's a woman?
No, I'm just going to say no.
He might get away with it with other lesbians, though, because some of them are woke. Yeah.
I've actually, the one person.
Good old loophole for you, man.
The one person who tried that on me that was a man, they identified differently.
Yeah.
Sat there and tried to hit on me, and I said, what the is wrong with you? Who do you think I am? Who do you think you are?
Well, that was the same one that smelled.
I'd also been in a relationship with you for like 2.5 years. So like at that point, it'll be 4 years soon. So it's like, it was like disgusting to me to even think that was possible.
You know, it's the guys that identify as non-binary. Or even like, well, non-binary is not trans, right? It's the guys that are like that creep me out the most because they're the most desperate. Because they're just willing to do anything with anyone at any time, wherever, whoever, whenever.
I feel like...
And they usually are the ones that smell like the, you know.
Ew. I'm moving on. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Wonderful.
Flirt with your coworker, ask her on a date, whatever. Like, so many people's parents met because they worked together, because they were coworkers, and they flirted and they hung out and stuff. And now it's like not socially acceptable at all to do that. HR culture has ruined the relationship between men and women in the workplace. Fuck HR, go talk to your crush. I got called into HR because apparently it's not okay to jokingly ask my coworker if I can gargle her period. Oh, what the f? Okay, never mind. Never mind, don't do that, don't do that. No more talking to women at work. No more talking to women at work. No more talking to women in general. Total ban on talking to women until we figure out what the hell is going on. Downloaded Tinder and got 2 matches in 5 days. F*** my stupid, ugly life. Okay, from what I know from like men who use the apps that I've talked to, that's actually really good. Oh my god, they're all so f***ing mad at him in the replies. You get a f***ing match in less than a week and you complain? Stop humble bragging. I've gotten 0 matches in 3 months. 2 matches in 5 days? Why are you even here? My culture is not your costume. Fake cell. Go outside and get your life together. A true cell gets 0 matches.
That is hilarious. The men are like, die. You want to know what ugly feels like? Death. No one's touched mine in 39 years, and you got 2 matches? How dare you complain?
Apparently, guys don't get a lot of matches on dating sites.
Hey, man. Yeah, according to these comments, they're like, go kill yourself. I know I can't say that. I'm sorry, but that's what they're telling them.
You know, I bet that trans men who pass better get more matches on straight dating sites than actual men.
Oh, yeah.
Why? Because they usually have confidence and charisma.
Well, also,
for being honest.
How many lesbians do you know that are unwilling to date men? All of them. How many straight women do you know who are unwilling to try a woman once? They almost all have. So what's a trans man to them? It's just their one-time trying puss.
Say that again?
For straight women.
Yeah.
Most of them try women anyways.
Yeah, the
so
college
for
thing.
them, what's a trans man to them? It's just trying women.
Yeah.
But with the mask of a man who's hypothetically going to be, you know how trans women say that they're better than us?
Yeah.
Well, that's what the trans men would think also, right? They're better than traditional men because they're trying to take the good parts of masculinity and excel in those, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I believe that, but...
So trans men who pass better, they're usually shorter, right? And girls don't like short guys.
Yeah, but how many of them do you
So-
think are posting their pictures getting hard into stuff?
So they'll probably have to overcompensate for the lack of height with charisma and confidence, I'm assuming.
And probably strength if they're really trying to be a like man. A
Yeah,
lot of
yeah,
the
yeah.
trans men will hit the gym like crazy, so they look friggin' ripped. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I get jealous of trans men bodies because they look great, dude.
Some,
like,
yes.
like the ones that work out with the testosterone they're taking.
Oh, well, then they look like bodybuilders. I wouldn't want to look
yeah.
like that.
Well, they look good though. They look like men.
More than the men that are on the dating sites who aren't getting matches.
They look like men. Even like a Buck, for example.
You know what it is? I think with straight women on dating sites, if they're not matching with you, I'm assuming that there's a lot of multitude of reasons, but I think one of them is that you look like you're not trying. Like you look like you're not trying to hit the gym. You look like you're not trying to, I don't know, make more money, or you're not trying to make yourself more confident or anything like that. Maybe you look like you're kind of settled.
I knew this dude who was a heavyset ginger guy, and heavy set. Like this guy was like pushing 300, and his Tinder profile picture was him with a jar of peanut butter, a spoonful of peanut butter. That was his profile picture. This dude had another woman every other week, minimum.
Was he funny?
He was pretty funny, but not like
Was he confident?
enough.
Was he attractive?
Not really.
So you
Not
really
like-
need to do like minimum.
No.
Minimum. Was he tall?
No.
Okay, so really, guys aren't doing the bare minimum in order to at
All
least
he
get a little
did,
bit of
all he
attention.
did was talk
or
to
they
the
have
women.
high standards. I don't know.
All he did was talk to the women, and some of them weren't. the most,
Wait, like humans?
yeah, he
No
talked,
shit.
He talked to them like they're people. And don't get me wrong, he was kind of a whore. Like he was a man whore, 100%.
They usually are.
But like, he got it. Never heard him complain about not getting any.
So why
Never
do you
once.
think these guys aren't getting any matches?
Because they don't know how to talk to women.
How do you think they talk to women?
This is the same guy who looked at me at one point and said, "Yeah, I think you're cute and I kind of had a crush on you, but I respect that you're a lesbian and I'm never going to do anything about it." So, like, sometimes I think just being so open, like dumb, honest, open. I'm not saying he's a dumb guy. He's not the smartest guy, but he's
Not
just,
being like socially awkward.
But he's just so, this is what I think, just boom, there it is. And that's all you need sometimes.
Well, why do you think so many guys are socially awkward? Because I think that's a big part of it. Because socially awkward can come across as creepy to a lot of women.
I think a lot of them are anxious. They were raised to be anxious. This entire world was raised to be anxious these days. If you
Do you
haven't
think they're
noticed.
like babied and like told like, oh,
Not only are they
okay.
babied, I mean, they're scared. Like the one guy who just said he asked his coworker out. Wouldn't you be scared of asking out your coworkers in the future? If you're potentially getting fired for it?
If I was going to get fired for it, I wouldn't do it. I would just not.
But you did it once.
And I knew
you-
about getting fired beforehand?
I mean, maybe you didn't, but now you're getting threatened to get fired because you asked this chick just on a date. Let's say you did it in the most kosher way possible. You just asked her on a date, and now you're getting threatened to get fired.
Well, if you're going
Would
to get
you-
fired over that,
Would you continue to pursue women? I think they're just not.
Yeah, of course I would.
Like at work.
Oh, at work? Well, if the company policy said you can't be asking out, coworkers, then no, I wouldn't do that. Because what's the point of losing my job over some chick?
So I think it's hard for men because they don't go out and socialize. No one has like I'm not saying your dad, but someone's dad was on a softball or a bowling league or we had a campground that my dad would go to and that's where these people have friends to talk to and socialize. No one's got that. They got video games and stuff now.
And they got other creepers who are online too, who they could talk to and be like, yeah, we're the same. We have the same kind of issues. And then they have like this gaggle of weird creepos who are like, yeah, ooh, this
They just don't get
VTuber.
us.
That's it. If you're socially awkward and you're not getting chicks, the last thing you should do is be friends with a whole bunch of dude Redditors online, because chances are not only are they going to make you worse of a human being, but they're going to make it like almost impossible for you to actually find a woman, because they're going to give you the worst advice possible to keep you just as lonely and creepy as they are.
And it's going to keep you away every second that you go online. Now there's dating apps, and that's the only exception. But every second you're online, you're interacting with people that you are not going to see. Mm-hmm. That you're not going to interact with. Now, there's the occasional exception where you have a group of friends from school or whatever, where you go online, you game with them. That happens to a lot of people. But a lot of times, guys find people from random places and they make friends with them online because they game together, they have similar interests, and that's healthy. That's fine. You can make friends online. That's good, but not when you're this socially awkward. Not when you're this socially inept. You need to go out and socialize. And I don't care if it's going to a gym and going to their morning Pilates class. I don't care if it's going on a nature walk or even going on to Pokemon Go and finding one of their group days that they do, community days all the time. Whatever your thing is, go find your people and you won't be as socially awkward. It's hard, but you'll figure it out. I'm a talker. I've always been a talker. It's easy for me, but I still get anxious. It's easy to talk. But these guys need to go out and talk.
They're scared.
Of consequences.
If you're scared, no woman's going to want you because you're a vagina. And they're straight, so obviously they don't want a man who's a vagina. So, and I know a lot of guys will be like, well, I don't like going out, or I don't go out to bars, I don't have any friends. It's like, well, sometimes you got to find yourself a lesbian. You got to find yourself a lesbian friend, and not one you're attracted to. Because she can go out there and be like your side dude. You know, someone who's going to make you look less threatening.
Hang on.
What?
Okay, you're the lesbian girlfriend. I go out with one of my guy friends to be his wingman. Do you think that's going to be successful?
I don't know. Lesbian relationships are different.
I think that if you have a guy friend and a lesbian friend, that'll work perfectly. I think if you, as a man, go out with a lesbian friend, you're going to look like a couple.
You can't unless she's butch.
Even if she's butch. You see some really butch women with some guys, and you're like, really? But they're going to think
It's very, very rare. I mean,
if it's a group of friends, then yeah, absolutely. I'm just saying, like, you can't one-on-one lesbian straight guy go out.
Or go out to a bar with her and her girlfriend.
Yeah, if it's two girls in you,
Then you look like a player.
then you're like, oh, these are my friends.
And you're less threatening.
It's way less threatening. You're sitting by women.
Yeah.
They can trust the women.
And you got two, not just one.
I'm not saying don't find a lesbian friend. I'm just saying as a guy, you got to think about those kind of things. And
Well,
also, you also can't tell guys that are lonely like this to go find a lesbian friend because they're going to fall in love with the lesbian.
That's the stipulation that most guys can't help. Because they'll always fall in love with the lesbian friend, even if they're butch and look like men.
Can't help. Don't want to help. It's just
It's a choice
If you're
either
not
way.
if you're not sleeping with anyone already, don't try and get clingy with a lesbian because you're definitely still not going to sleep with anyone.
Then you'll probably get punched in the mouth. Or kicked in the nuts.
That's the only reason I don't agree with that advice. But yeah, let's finish this, right?
I mean, every advice that someone is going to give these
Has
guys,
caveats.
there's going to be caveats. There's going to be things that happen. You know, this is just a generalized.
I'm telling you,
Advice.
just go find a group, any group. If
No,
you-
not any group. No.
any group like what I was listing before.
No. When you say any group, you got to be specific.
I was specific. Just 5 minutes ago, I was saying, go find bowling, go find gym workouts, go find a Pokemon Go group to go hang out with, go find something normal to socialize in.
And don't make excuses, because a lot of guys will make excuses. I used to have this friend who's a guy friend,
Yes.
who liked me, of course, which was one of his big downfalls. But anytime I gave him like ideas to meet girls, to find girls, it was just one excuse after the other. It's like, oh, I can't do this because of this, or oh, I don't like going to the gym. I don't like working out. I don't like doing this. I don't like doing this. It's not the kind of guy I am. And I'm like, I don't want to hear you bitch and moan about not having a girlfriend or not meeting chicks when you're not willing to do the work. You just would rather sit online on your computer watching nudie Judy content and jerk off.
Well, and that's
Like, if that's what you want to do, then I don't want to hear you.
In that specific scenario, he was filling the female need he had, not sexually, but emotionally with you.
Me. I know. That's the problem with the finding a lesbian friend advice, because most guys can't help themselves. But some can. And that's when it comes in handy.
And sometimes it is a conversation, even when you know that someone is a friend. And I've had you heard that I had to have this conversation too. Someone can be a good friend; they can still catch feelings because it happens all the time. And sometimes you just need someone to step back and be like, "No, that's not what we're doing," and we'll regroup once you get that under control. And then you can still be friends with someone, but just know that. And the thing is, if you really do care about someone, and you happen to be into their sex, it's almost a natural thing to develop emotional feelings for them that you'd want to pursue in a relationship. It's about having the control and the realization that if you're a straight man, you can't do that with a lesbian.
You can't change her.
No, and you can still, and this is the thing, you can love someone, but not be in love with them. You can love someone like your brother, and you can want only the best for him, and you can do a lot to show that you love him. But it doesn't mean anything more is going to happen. That's the thing. There's different types of love, man. There's different types, and you can get confused. It happens a lot. Just don't get confused. Lesbians aren't going to touch your penis.
When my guy friend told me that he liked me, I told him I was gay, and he cried. Don't do that, man. Just don't.
Now, when my guy friend knew I was gay the whole time, but just, I guess, needed to hear it one more time and didn't cry, just clearly was frustrated by having the conversation to begin with. And I was like, well, no, we have to acknowledge it, but, like, fucking get over it.
That's your last
So that's 2 people. How many do you need to be satisfied? Mods, take his balls away. 2 matches. Head on over to Kitchen Chads. Oh god, what is Kitchen Chads? Hold on. Kitchen Chads. It's real. Oh my god. I love cooking for my girlfriend with the money I make from my job. Made some ratatouille because I like the movie. Might go for a run later. I have had sex before. This is like the Krusty Krab across the street from the chum bucket. This is evil. This is diabolical. Okay, let's go back to kitchen cells. We're done here. I haven't felt the touch of a woman in months. Months? Fake cell. Try 25 years. Boo. Fake cell. Fake cell spotted. Went to the drugstore and the girl cashier was nice to me. Started stuttering, so she kind of giggled at me, so I left immediately. Felt so humiliated I couldn't stop myself to get home and masturbate to the idea of her suffering. Masturbating to the idea of her suffering. Incredible. This is some classic incel. I like how there's just like a bunch of people in the comments like, dude, what the fuck? Bro, get some help. Fake cells when a real incel pulls up. A girl I know has recently added me to her close friend stories. Well, today she posted a poll asking what color she should paint her toenails, and apparently my answer was, quote, too specific. I'm no longer in her close friends list. I once walked up to a woman I went to school with since middle school at a bar. Before I could even finish saying hello and asking how she was, a guy put himself between us and asked her if she knew me. She said no. I'm pretty sure they're married now. 22, no driver's license, no post-high school education, never had a job, never kissed a woman, and have horrible social anxiety. Flying bundle of bananas for dinner. I'm Albanian.
Hold on. So that one story where he went up to a chick at a bar, was it? And the guy got in between?
It could have been her boyfriend.
Or, now hear me out here, some guys will see some, like, dude who kind of gives off
Vibes.
a creep aura. And that will be his opening. He'll be like, well, I was going to talk to her, but this is even better because now I look like I'm the protector. So I will be more attractive, bless you, to her now because I stood in the way of her having to deal with some weird guy, bless you, talking at her. Like the guy at the beginning.
I'm still convinced. I mean, I haven't been to a bunch of bars, but there's very few guys that would get in between a woman and a man unless they knew the woman. There's a lot of women who will interject without knowing the woman at all because there's like a safety thing that women have in bar culture where they want to keep women safe. But as far as men go, most men don't interject unless they know either the man or the woman. So I'm guaranteeing you they were probably dating.
And I'm guaranteeing you haven't been to enough bars and seen enough of those interactions to really have a clear idea. You're just making an assumption.
I mean, I'd be pretty sure about, go off. I mean, if they're married now, who gives a hell? Who gives a crap?
Have you ever read The Game? Pardon me, by Neil Strauss?
No.
Exactly. You should read it.
Thanks.
You. I'm half Jewish, half Indian. It was over at birth. You didn't have to tell us the half Jewish part. We could tell by the circumcised avocado. 5'3". Finally got the confidence to walk up to a girl at a bar and she bent down and asked me where my parents are. Oh no. Judging by what we have seen around this subreddit, some guys would be totally into that. Some men are drowning, while others die of thirst. I should clean my bathroom, but without the drain flies, I have nobody left to keep me company. Asmongold, is that you? You don't just have your drain flies. Look, you have a little ant friend too. See, it's not all bad. Made peach cobbler. I have a date tomorrow. Maybe my femcel gay life is over. A woman going on to a incel subreddit talking about how she has a date tomorrow. This is just evil. This is just like eating a 5-course meal in front of a starving African child. What are you doing, bitch? I'm a femcel loser who can't talk to people and spends all her time playing games. Guy I had a crush on from high school told me he wasn't interested in a relationship, but I think he's lying and didn't want to tell me he's not interested because I'm fat, chopped, and broke. My f***ing loser virgin life. I'm about to turn 25 and I'm still a virgin. I feel like it's too late now. Everyone knows more about intimacy than I ever could, and no one will ever want an unattractive, inexperienced femcell. I'm just a lonely virgin femcell gamer. Bro, why are there women in this incel community? They're like f***ing locusts.
Maybe they're not women. Maybe they're just men saying they're women.
That or it's people looking to sell more spicy content.
That's possible.
In my opinion, if I were trying to market to make more money, you go where the going's hot, you know?
Where the desperation is hot, too.
Where do you think the money's at? The sad boys who keep making food.
You really think the 39-year-old living with his mom has money?
No, but the money he does have, he's spending on you.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
They come in, they gentrify everything. Sports, politics, board games, video games. Now the incel community, the hating women club is being invaded by women. Is nothing sacred? There's no such thing as a female incel, okay? There's no such thing as a heterosexual female incel. Dating and finding a relationship, different. But any man would f*** you. It doesn't matter how fat, how socially awkward, how ugly. Men f*** couches. Men f*** rotisserie chickens. You can find a man who will f*** you. All female incels are volcels. That is my hot take.
A volcel?
I don't know what that is. Okay. But I agree completely. There are so many desperate men, and maybe you won't get the most attractive man to go inside of you. But if you're a woman...
Yeah.
I was just trying to say it in a way that wasn't going to get us demonetized.
Okay.
You don't think of that?
That's fine.
As a woman, any guy will do it. Mm-hmm. As a guy, it's harder to find a woman who will let you do it. Mm-hmm. They may not be attractive. They may not be the person you want. But if you really just want to get off, there's a bunch of choices you have. And a lot of times, you can find the cheating and the non-cheating men. You'll find someone. I don't think female incels exist. Do you?
No.
There's some butt ugly ladies out there, but I still think they get some.
I think this video has proved that femcells definitely don't exist. At all. I mean, even food isn't safe around men. Food! Couches!
Have you ever heard of the game Ookie Cookie?
I don't want to.
Yeah, that's how you know food isn't safe around men.
There you go.
I know I'm a fake cell, but I truly wish I was a true cell. The only woman who truly loved me for who I am is gone from this world, and I'm the only one to blame. I wish I was a true cell so I didn't know what true love
Did you kill her?
Right?
felt like. Sometimes when I cook, I like to imagine I'm cooking for a loving partner who's excited for me to join them at the table, but then I turn around and nobody's there, and a little part of me dies inside. Every night I go to sleep thinking about kissing a girl just once. Another man's child has the eyes of the woman I love. She's better off without me, and soon enough she'll forget the color of my eyes and the way we laughed together, while I'll be trapped in those memories forever. I like how in the women posting Elle's video, it was like, I got drunk and peed on my date, teehee, and the men posting Elle's video, it's like, I want to myself. Like, this shit isn't even funny. I don't even know what to say to this. This is just depressing. Black bean chili. Mom would hit me until I stopped crying as a kid, and now I'm an emotional wreck to any girl I talk to. Oh god, I'm so sorry. I need a girl to beat me like my mom did. Oh. A Freud cell. I've given up on getting women. My goal now is to get as fat as possible. A friend of mine said I look like a serial killer, but not a hot one. What's up with women in the serial killer shit? Okay, for all my weird flaws, at least I do not have a serial killer fetish, okay? That is...
I think I might know why. One of the reasons why. Because if a man is willing to kill, he's willing to kill for you as well. But what they don't take into consideration is he's also willing to maybe kill you.
I think
they're loony.
The point is that they want someone who's capable of doing those things for their protection, but they don't want them to do it to them. So in that hypothetical fantasy, this person would never harm you, but instead everyone around you. But you're also forgetting that a lot of these serial killers are also sexual assaulters.
Yeah. And they're also...
They'd be cheating on you.
Yes.
With the murder victims.
Yes. But they're also locked up. So it's all about the fantasy and very little about the reality.
Yeah,
because
there's
he
nothing.
ain't getting out.
It's kind of like it's like the new Bad Boy. Like, you know how everyone liked the Bad Boys?
Yeah, but you can keep him in a box.
Yeah, it's like I can write my bad boy. He's so bad locked away behind the cell.
And we can have imaginary fun and sometimes conjugal visits. But he has to stay there.
Stay back in your box.
Is one I do not have. I can't stop having homosexual fantasies about me and my classmate, and I wake up with a boner every morning. The cold showers are not fun. I'm not gay, but imagining how slim his legs are makes me feel hot. I'm not gay, but I keep fantasizing about how soft and smooth bro's legs are. I was in the bathroom trying to eat a banana when two guys walked in and I could hear them kissing. I squashed my banana in anger because of the jealousy I felt, and to make matters worse, I think I grabbed the wrong kind of banana. Haha, I just accidentally squeezed my dick to the sound of two men kissing. I cook so often for my roommate that I've started to feel like his boy wife. Maybe in another life I was his gatherer trad wife and he was my Chad Hunter husband. Is it time to start femboy maxing? Sometimes I have inappropriate thoughts about other men and I hit myself in the head repeatedly.
Jesus.
Men out here fighting demons, and the demon—
That demon isn't a demon. That's just like sexuality. And maybe once you stop hitting yourself over it, you'll be less crazy.
And are you trying to be a cook? Or do you have a crush on your roommate and that's why you keep cooking for him? Because there's something going on there,
My
too.
brother has like a bunch of guys that live there, and he doesn't cook every night, but like if one of them cooks, then the house will eat it. Like
But
they have
if
rules
a
to it.
dude who's your roommate is cooking for you every night, I think you're his girlfriend.
I think he also probably knows you got some feelings. Like,
Yeah.
you're cooking for him every night. I mean, I had a girlfriend and a roommate in one apartment at one time, right? And we'd collectively figure out dinner every night, but that was also 3 people
And 3 women.
and 3 women. And it was usually me cooking, but that's just because I was the one who usually cooked. It wasn't like I was making...
Who cleaned?
We don't have to get into that.
Okay, so you were the one being used.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my roommate would cook sometimes, but...
You were being used.
Demons is bisexuality. Listen, it's 2025. Nobody gives a shit if you're gay anymore. That's basically like being straight nowadays in the world of demisexual gender goblins or whatever the fuck. You're good, bro. Just don't be a furry. Went on Grindr to see if I was lovable and they rejected me. You were rejected on Grindr? That's impossible. Dudes will literally hit up someone on Grindr before the person even has a profile picture.
It's true. I tested this, not when I was with you, but back when I was with that ex and that roommate. I was just so curious. I was like, what is it like to be on Grindr? So I signed up for it. And I'm telling you, I didn't even have a picture up because obviously I wasn't like going too deep into it. And I had message after message after message. And it was just a black box. Guys are just looking to put it in. They don't care.
Gotcha.
They'll just like get in the DMs like, hey, wanna bang? I swear to God, talk to any gay male friend of yours. They will say the same. The gay male community is what all of human sexuality would look like if women were not the gatekeepers of sex. And it's horrifying. I've said before that hookup culture is basically straight people culturally appropriating gay culture, and it's been a complete disaster for society. 18 male. I haven't seen my friends in months, and all I do with my time is work at my job. Welcome to being an adult, unfortunately. Welcome to the next 45 years of your life. I love the people in the comments like, imagine having a job, you have friends. This guy is doing better than like 90% of this subreddit, and he's only 18. It's never been less over for someone. I'm only 16, and I've already wasted my entire life. I'm gonna turn 18 in a few days. I'm below average in everything. If you're 17 years old, you are basically a child. You are a baby. What are you doing on the incel subreddit? All these people like, oh, I'm 16, oh, I'm 17. Is it over for me? This was me at 16, okay? Quoting Invader Zim, going on newgrounds.com, and now look at me. You know, on second thought, I am exactly where someone like that would end up, aren't I?
When I was 16, I had my first girlfriend. Well, I had my first girlfriend when I was 16. And you know how many lesbians there were in that town?
You and that girlfriend.
And then one butch one who wasn't out yet. And everyone pretended that she was straight. But
Yes.
we all knew better. If I could find, in the 90s, a girlfriend who was attractive, and you can't in the age of internet and social media, and you're a dude, and you have 50% of the population to choose from, you got some issues, bro.
Out of
You got some issues.
my entire high school, it was me, my ex, her ex, and then the one chick she dated. Both of our both of the exes that she like had with that situation. Both of them are straight as fuck now, married to men. It's just me and my direct ex who are both gay still. And so out of roughly 400, 500 students, 2 of us were gay. So when I say it, like, options may be limited, but you'll find it.
If there's a will, there is a way, and there's always a will, and there's always a way. You're just lazy. Or weird, like weird to a degree where you don't even see it, so you're like not self-aware. Either way, listening to a lot of these guys complain just really enforces the pity me like mentality that a lot of these guys have, which is incredibly unattractive to women. But it's like I don't know if they don't see it or they don't want to see it or they don't want to change. But this doing the same thing over and over again, you're not going to get anywhere at all. You have to make some sort of movement and retract yourself from whatever weird crap you're doing that's holding you back.
It's not what they're. I was gonna say it's not even everything they're doing necessarily. Sometimes it is like the guy sitting at home just watching cartoons all day. At 39, it's what he's doing, right? But sometimes it's really what you're not doing. Especially the 16, 17, 18-year-olds. Oh, there is no reason you can join any activity.
Dude, you're in school. There's a whole bunch of girls in your school. Unless you're like a weirdo or
unless you're
creepy.
homeschooled, which happens rarely.
Yeah.
But with very limited exceptions, you should have people in your immediate pool. Guys, go to church. I was
just going to say, you could even go to church.
I'm not saying you have to
sakes.
believe in this stuff, but you can go to church to meet people who are relatively of a moral ground that you understand and maybe open to dating. I've met a lot of religious people who have been single for a long time because they're just waiting for the right person. If you're actually a good person, not jerking it all the time, maybe you can find a good person by going to a social event. But if you can't get your hand off the joystick, that's your number one problem.
Maybe you're just not a good person at that point.
Maybe you should be alone.
You're not partner material.
Until you realize that there's more important things. If you can't take that energy that you would be using to touch your joystick and go out and meet people, then you don't deserve to have a partner.
Nope.
We found each other online. Shocker, I know. But I've heard people say, oh, I don't want to use dating apps. In today's day and age, if I didn't use dating apps, I would be single still. Because I wouldn't be meeting new people all the time. I wouldn't be putting myself out there.
And the same person who said to you, oh, I don't use dating apps, is the same person who complains constantly for years about not finding a girlfriend. So.
Maybe it's what you're not doing.
Yeah. Maybe you're just a jerk.
If you got friends, if you got family, if you like playing card games, regular games, games are huge these days. Playing cards are huge. Game shops. Go find your Dungeons and Dragons night, your card night at your local game store. Put some effort in and go and do it.
Or maybe they just like complaining.
I think they just like to complain.
I think so too.
Because if you didn't, you'd be out there getting it.
Also,
and I'm not saying that you'd be getting
unattractive.
touched, but you'd be getting somewhere. You'd be making headway.
And that's better than doing what you're doing now.
We had a video that did really well when we first started called Why Are Men Single? This is why men are single.
Yeah.
Never mind. What I'm trying to say is it's not over, okay? It's never over, but it's especially not over when you are that young. It's not like you're 36 or something. A pretty girl sat next to me on the bus and I leaked a bit of pre-cum. I'm 36. Oh. Sorry. Spent my last $10 on OnlyFans. Here's my dinner. Why would you spend money on some stupid whore when you could spend money on a different stupid whore? Me. I won't get naked or talk to you, but you can support me on Patreon. All patrons get the uncensored version of every video.
And that's the end of this video. Any gay. Freudian slip. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this. Comment below, like our channel, hit the bell, subscribe. Or you can join our memberships to keep this channel going. And I'm going to scrub my brain clean from all that
That was bad.
horrific content.
That was a rough one.
We'll see you in the next one, everybody.
Bye.